Okay, so we're like at a round of weather every day right now, like one coming in today, you got a pulse coming in tomorrow, pulse coming on Sunday. It's like, it's been like 5 storms sort of on repeat here over the last little bit. So we'll talk about weekend snowfall, which I said was coming. I've been telling you for a while. Like, remember, like about a week ago, I was saying major warm up coming for British Columbia. And of course, I'm forecasting long range. I'm forecasting for the 7 to 10 day period. I'm talking about what's coming, what's probably going to happen, how many of these models are right, which one's going to be right. Is there agreement among some but not all models, that kind of stuff. So people are like, well, where's the warm up coming? I was like, yeah, but if you watch the video, I said it's like late next week. And so but we had the gradual transition because of that high pressure block, which kind of started last week, Saturday. The gradual transition, gradual creeping up, and now it's breaking through. The Pineapple Express is here. Pacific weather's here. It's really targeting at BC. It's lovely. We even have a flood warning. We'll get to that today. We have increased avalanche dangers. We'll get to more of that today. We got heavy snow through the weekend. A lot of this weekend, I would really hope that you don't travel unless you need to. Okay. Hit like, share, subscribe. I'm Joey, only sitting on the chair of infinite wisdom here at 3,953 feet above sea level. I am one of the highest guys in BC. Oh, wait, that's right. Sitting up here on top of the mountain. Let's go.
There it is. This is bad news. My God. Falling out right now. Anything can happen. Get on! Wow. I'll watch the video later. Ain't dry mopping this.
So we have here a flood watch. Did I say warning in the ramble intro? Sometimes I just start talking, and you got to be careful because even smart people sometimes find themselves, struggling. So we have this one little area here, flood watch. Let's see what it says. The River Forecast Center is issuing a flood watch for Nicola River, Coldwater River, and Spias Creek. The region has experienced cold temperatures since early February. Temperatures over the first 2 weeks of the month reached 10 to 17 degrees Celsius below normal in the Merritt area. Temperatures have been steadily rising this week and are forecast to rise to daily highs in the 10 to 12 Celsius range over the weekend in Merritt. Wow. With overnight lows remaining above zero, warming is expected to be accompanied with rainfall, with 5 to 15 millimeter forecast for valley bottoms and higher amounts of precipitation over the higher terrain. Winter fluctuations in temperature from extreme lows to extreme high and rainfall have historically led to mid-season ice jam flooding in the Nicola, Coldwater, and Spias systems. A similar weather pattern is being set up into this weekend, and a period of increased hazard for ice jam flooding is anticipated into the weekend and early next week. Ice jamming conditions can rapidly change and are difficult to predict. Fast-flowing rivers pose increased risk to life safety. Meanwhile, in the world of avalanches, we have some changing conditions. Like I said, would be coming. In fact, lots of changes around the board. I'll head down to the south coast first. It's the weekend. I want you all to be very safe out there. We had a fatality this week in the mountains. Heavy precipitation and warming temperatures are making avalanche conditions very dangerous for Friday. That's going to continue through the weekend. Avalanche terrain travel is not suggested whatsoever. We have that high risk all the way in through Sunday. That's the same through all the entire coast mountains there on the mainland. Series of storms has continue to bombard the coast with heavy precip and warming temperatures, bringing dangerous avalanche conditions to the mountains. High, very high conditions. So not good. Even through most of the rest of the coast mountains, even though it's not saying high right now, it will be. There you go. High as you get into the weekend. High as you get further on. Woo, Saturday high. So we got some pretty dangerous avalanche conditions. We go to the center of the province and moderates, but then considerable on Saturday and Sunday. See what I'm saying? So if you're looking at this and you're just like, don't really do any research, okay, so they're not getting too much in the Purcells. Fair enough. But if you look at this and don't really sort of research what it's saying, you might not realize, like, okay, it's Friday. Look at moderate conditions. It says yellow on the map. Well, you better look over here on the side because persistent slabs become reactive as temperatures continue to rise over the next few days. So we have that increasing risk. Local conditions need assessment. Wind, snow, warming temperatures could trigger avalanche danger. And so we have in the South Caribous up to here in Wells, considerable danger this weekend. Considerable danger this weekend. If we go over towards the Caribous proper and the Barron side, then up for the North Rockies, the time and the extent of increasing avalanche danger will vary, but conditions will be dangerous because of new snow, strong winds, warning temperatures. We have considerable all through the weekend, and same with up on the North Coast. So we have a real increase in avalanche conditions, and I'm really worried that people are going to, even a high there. I'm really worried that people are going to take risks this weekend as the winter is coming to its close. And what happens is, only have so much winter, and, a lot of people only have like one weekend they can go sledding and skiing, because they're busy with their lives and their kids and their work and whatnot. They got one weekend in a month maybe they can go do stuff, and then it's like, well, the conditions are going to be bad this weekend. Yeah, but I only have one weekend. That's the thing is, are you going to trade all of your weekends in because of you had one weekend? It's better safe than sorry, right? One system arrives every day. This is what Avalanche Canada is saying here from their forecasters. Great forecasters they have. And here they say a series of Pacific funnel systems will impact British Columbia over the next 4 days, with nearly one arriving each day. And this has already been going on for 2 days. So this is if you started this on Wednesday, I would say something kind of the same, except you would have even more days. The first front will arrive today, bringing light to moderate snowfall with locally heavy accumulations over the south coast ranges. Warmer air associated with the system will also raise freezing levels. The second front, expected to be stronger and wetter, will arrive on Saturday. Will continue to transport warm air into the BC interior, maintaining elevated freezing levels. Going to get warm, folks. Third front's going to arrive Sunday with similar strength to Friday's. And Fridays, as you can tell today, it's cloudy out there. It's snowing here in the mountains. It's going to be a gross day out there. I really hope people don't have travel plans, especially into the nighttime here when it gets even worse. So there'll be a forest system on Monday. Reach the south coast and exit the southern interior by late Tuesday. So we're into repeat rounds. So we have a look here at the graphic for today. Let's do that. Have a look at the graphic and see where we're going here. So as you can see, atmospheric river is kind of channeling right towards us. Fortunately for us, it's going to move around a little, and it's going to dump some heavy precip on the coast. That's absolutely the case. We have no warnings, though. We have no rainfall warnings, no wind warnings, no anything like that going on. So the good news is that we may see a fair bit of precip today, but we're not in warning criteria, so it's not going to be that bad. But still, roads can get messy even with a little bit. So this will slide down. It looks like it's going to kind of stall somewhere along the Oregon coast, or that's kind of my guess. Somewhere there's a better forecaster from the United States will probably have a better answer than I would on that. But that hose is going to probably be considerably dangerous for them. It's going to basically usher in some stories of heavy melt and rainfall and flooding and things like that, sort of like what we saw for our little area in down by Merritt. Okay, so here we go. Whap, there's one. Whap, here comes the next one. Oof. Whap. There's another one. And then, whap. There's another one. And then, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yes. Whap. There's another one. That one's got the whole tail coming right at it. Oh. Flurries in the north, snow through the North Rockies and Caribous today. Large low off the coast, freezing level on the North Coast mountains. About 800 meters alpine snow, 1,000 to 1,500 meters, a little higher up there. A little warmer down south. So this morning in the BC coast, the southwest ranges get 25 millimeters of water equivalent. Local amounts reaching 35 millimeters. Freezing levels around 1,500 meters. Northwest ranges could see light to moderate snowfall with freezing levels rising to 1,300. Interior, we'll see 1,500 meter rise from the freezing level. Going to get warm. We're going to get warm today. Even here in Wells, we'll get above zero. Remain elevated through the night, so could stay above zero even here in the nighttime. We're about 1,200 meters here in Wells, 3,953 feet above sea level at my weather station. Snowfall amounts will be 5 to 15 centimeters over the North Rockies, Caribou, Selkirks, Purcells. Otherwise, only trace to light accumulations across the remaining interior ranges. Not everyone sees a little bit of snow. Not everyone sees a lot. Yukon, South Klondike, an upper level disturbance to parts of the region. Snow should ease off by midday with only light amounts expected. Okay, and we'll have a look at this afternoon. Low pressure's a little bit closer in. There's that warm front. You can see that's a red is the warm front. There's a bit of a cold front in behind, of course, as that cold sector comes in. But we got that nice warm parcel in the southeastern BC, I should say. The front moves across south coast this evening. Vancouver Island Sea to Sky ranges get flurries with light snow accumulation. Just to be aware, 50 and 25 mils precipitation is expected over south coast ranges tonight. Flurries persist over the northwest ranges. BC interior, 5 to 15 centimeters expected over Caribou, Selkirk's, Purcells tonight. Freezing levels will remain near 1,500 meters, so probably going to stay warm up here. And that is going to help to stabilize our snowpack avalanche-wise. We'll just have one more look at, we'll go to day 2 here, just have a look and see what day 2 is saying. So Saturday, stronger front comes on Saturday with bringing moderate to heavy precipitation over the southwest ranges with 20 to 30 millimeters of QPF expected generally and 50 mils locally. Before the front moves to the east in the evening, freezing levels will be up to 2,100 meters in the afternoon in the south coast. So very warm, very warm. There's like pineapples are coming in straight from Hawaii. It's actually coming from the Philippines, this one. 2,100 meters in the afternoons, though, so strong southerly ridgetop winds. That's like the tallest mountains, 2,100 meters. I mean, there's taller in BC, but I mean, 2,000 is a really good base for like, that's a big mountain if you're talking over 2,000 meters. That's high up there. You're talking now into the 7,500 feet and higher, and 8,000 foot terrain. Like that, the northwest ranges receive 5 to 15 centimeters of snow on Saturday. Lesser inland, freezing levels rising to 1,000 meters. BC interior is going to see more snow for the Caribou, Selkirk's, Purcells on Saturday. 25 centimeters over the North Columbia region. Good for you. Luckily for you, you need that snow really bad. Freezing levels will rise to 1,700 meters. Still stays warm, and you have a look at what we're looking at for the afternoon on the surface maps, and you can see just a mess along the coast. Saturday going to be really messy. We got days of mess ahead, although fortunately it's warm. That means we're going to see a lot of rain in some places when we really would prefer snow. That's not so great, and we do have that risk that it's going to disappear off some of our kill off some of our snowpack. We have that risk that it's going to, at least in one case, maybe lead to some flooding concerns. I'm sure everyone in the prairies is happy to see this go. I mean, this was such a ridiculous cold snap they had, the coldest snap of all year. And even on the 19th there, hitting 35 in Assiniboia, 38.2 in Coronach. Still, that's a considerable breaking of the old record, 32.9 to 38.2. Estevan 37, but here we go. Last Mountain Lake. They actually have a mountain, I guess, in Saskatchewan. That's what they think. 40.2 below. And Lucky Lake, they're lucky. They're only at 33.7, sure. But Meadow Lake, 42.3, very cold. Rock Glen destroying its old record at 35.5. 39.7 in Rosetown, just edging out their old one. Watrous, a couple degrees above their old one at 40.4. It's over for you. It's over. That's the end of the extreme cold. I don't think you're going to see a temperature like that again. I mean, you hadn't seen a temperature like that all winter, so what's the chances you're going to see that again? Yeah, very, very, very low. Even if a cold blast comes down, I don't think it's likely in March that you're going to see 40 degrees Celsius below in Saskatchewan again. I think you've probably got through the worst that you're going to have to go through. So congratulations. And if I'm wrong, let me know in the future. But still, you don't see this very often on the battle board today. It's like there's peace in Canada. Everyone's at peace, except for the blizzard conditions and the Dempsters. Okay, well, you're always in blizzard conditions. It never stops up there. In fact, I think that no one's even paying attention to the weather up there truly. They're just guessing like, well, we'll just put a blizzard condition warning on there for from November to April, and then we'll probably be right most of the time, and then we'll save ourselves millions of taxpayer dollars and not having to forecast for that area because 100-kilometer-an-hour winds up there on the east coast of Newfoundland. It's the only things going on in all Canada today. There's peace in the country today. Everyone's all happy. Even nature's happy. We beat the Americans. Like, let's just have the morning off of bad weather. So, and no, I got bad weather coming to BC nonetheless. And I'm sure by the time I put this video out, there'll be fresh warnings and things like that. So pay attention here. Pay attention to Environment Canada as best you can. And we will do our best through the weekend I didn't realize I had my face in the way the whole time. There you go. Can you tell? There's peace in Canada. Nothing's happening. And that's why, even as we're coming into the we're still in the morning. So even though we're in morning time right now, as you can see, the sun's not really up high. It's not the warmth of the day quite yet, but we still have 3 degrees down in Kamloops. We got 3 degrees in Calgary already. Big changes. 10 degrees in Kindersley. So we went from 40 degrees below in Saskatchewan to parts of Moose Jaw only seeing -5. Really nice for you. Really lovely. I'm sure you're quite enjoying that. So that just gives you that upper view of this low right now today. That's bringing all this nastiness to us. This upper level low sitting there sort of stationary, drawing everything up towards us. But as you get into the week, and as I was telling you, you're going to see this ribbon of moisture kind of work its way down. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time rehashing everything that we just sort of looked at, but I just want to give you a final sort of look at where we're going today at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Probably lots of the interior not seeing much for snow at that point, right? But if you're in the mountains, if you're traveling through the mountains, you have to go through those high places, through those passes. You want to go into Alberta. You want to go down Highway 3, through the passes there. In the Kootenays, you want to go over the Rogers Pass. You want to go down the Duffy Highway in the 99. You want to go drop into Heckman Pass into Bella Coola. You want to go out to Terrace. You're looking at some considerably bad weather as we come into Saturday morning. Here we are Friday at midnight. Now more snow coming in through the entire province. Big time. Terrace taking it big. Everyone taking it really big. Except for that central Caribou area, 100 Mile House, not seeing a whole lot. Chilcotin, not seeing a whole lot. Terrace getting smacked hard. Peace seeing a little bit of freezing rain on Saturday morning at 3 a.m. Treacherous. Heavy snowfall in the coast mountains. Treacherous if you got to drive through, as I said, the Duffy Highway there, 99. That just sort of gives you your look. So a lot of you in the interior are not going to see a great deal of snow this weekend, no, but you are going to benefit from the warmth. You're going to see the temperatures come up. As you can see, it's 8 a.m., 3 degrees in Williams Lake at 8 a.m. on Saturday. Won't that be lovely? That's maybe conservative. What is it right now? It's 0.9 here in Wells this morning, 0.9. So, really, as we're sitting here at, what are we at this right now? Let me tell you, it's 8:35 on Friday the 21st. 8:35 in the morning to see it sitting near zero. Unbelievable. And look at that pounding precip onto Saturday afternoon in the Coast Mountains. The Coast Mountains are going to get absolutely slammed. Some of that's going to squeak in. Going to see a little bit of rainfall in the central interior at times, and snowfall in the mountains. So Saturday, going to be gross day. If you got Saturday outside plans, unless you're in the Peace, you might have a nice day in the Peace. But other than that, everybody else is going to have a pretty bad day, I would think, for weather in the interior. So look at that. And you can see, as I was talking about, here's where our atmospheric river is starting to slide down into the U.S. coast more proper. So they're taking more of a prolonged stalling where it's just sort of sitting in one place and letting go on them. But as you can see, it's kind of like the donut effect in BC, where the center of the province has got a big hole in it where not much is hole going on. But that's where I'm concerned. I think with the worst effects of this weekend's weather stories are going to be felt. It's probably right where those reds are, somewhere where these reds and yellows are, I would think, is what we're looking at for who takes it the worst. So then next pulse, as we saw on the graphic, comes on Sunday. We will have more for you on all this, and what I'm looking forward to. I'm concerned that we want to stay in this stormy pattern as long as we can. So that looks good into next week, Wednesday. That high pressure is there. We are expecting it to be there, but maybe it's good news that's not going to stick around very long. That's been my concerns. Like when I first seen a high pressure establish itself there at all, that makes me worried about temperatures. It makes me worried that we're going to have this block here, keep the weather office. And unfortunately, I would say it's inconclusive right now in terms of what happens after Wednesday. So I'm going to just sort of hold off for saying anything between now and then. But at least for the next bunch of days, at least until Wednesday, we have kind of a stormy pattern moving on in, and we're going to enjoy the benefits of that very, 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 very much. Okay, please hit like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Keep coming on back to the channel. Thank you very much, everybody, for all your support. Appreciate it. You keep me going. You keep me going all the time. You are the reason this channel still exists when it's so hard sometimes to just keep going. You might have noticed there was no podcast this week, everybody on the show, except Frankie. Frankie really wanted to keep making a podcast, and I was like, well, of course, Brandon Hauk, who works for the Brooks Bandits radio broadcast, he is particularly invested in having Cale Makar there. That's the Brooks, Alberta hometown boy. That so when the third period ended, and we were talking on the Meteorological Report group chat, and I said, I think Cale Makar is going to be in on the goal, and he got the assist. So right on, good job. I was, part of me was hoping Marchand would score, because I just feel like he owes us. Like, he's screwed me over as a Leaf fan so many times in that building. Like, I just was like, Marchand, I know you've scored for Team Canada before, but this is different. You owe us one right now, you rat fink goof. Anyways, we'll go back to hating Brad Marchand tomorrow. Today I like him because he sure was a lot of fun to have on the team, wasn't he? That's a guy you wish was on your team, and when he's not, you hate him. Okay, everybody, that's what I got for this morning. Watch all my videos. Check the channel. There's always lots of content on here, not just forecasts. There's all kinds of stuff. Whatever Joey's mental madness decides he wants to talk about, it's what comes on the channel. And now most of the time that's weather, but Joey only, Caribou Weather Dude. Weather is just one of those 5 words. Okay, let's go. Bye.